Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nay. Welcome to Nay's Kitchen and Gardening Adventures. And on today's video, I will be talking about the March gardening to-do list that I feel like you should do, whether you are a beginner gardener or just gardening in general. Excuse me for the glare in my glasses, that's how the light works, and it's wash day, so yeah. But I just want to get this done and share with you what I think you should do for your March to-do list for the garden. So first thing I would say, and if you see me looking down, I wrote notes so I don't forget. First thing I would say is to start with the seeds that you need, or to transplant or transplant your seedlings for the spring. Now, depending on when your frost day is, that will determine whether you can start seeds or not during March. I know for me, I'm in Maryland zone 7B, and I'm still able to start seeds. Now, granted, most of my seeds are started, but there are some things that I can still wait for because my last frost date is April 7th, I believe. But there are some things that need to be started 2 to 4 weeks before. So I would just say look at your last frost date, see what needs to get started, and see if you have time to have those things started. Like tomatoes and peppers, I need to start those no later than last week, and I had started those in February. So it just all depends on your frost date. And then if you have seedlings that can go out for your spring garden, I would do that now, because you don't want everything to bolt because it's too hot. So everything just really depends on your frost date. That's why you need to know your first and last frost date. So that would be number one. Number two is, if you already have it, is to test your soil. I haven't tested my soil yet because I'm moving gardens, so I haven't had the chance to test my soil. So, but if you are gardening in the same place, or if you're getting a new soil from a company or whatever, if it's bagged soil, I don't know if you have to test it. I'm still like a second-year gardener, so I'm not 100% sure. If anybody in the comments can let me know if that's a thing, then please let me know down below. I do know if you get like bulk soil, you probably should test it just to make sure everything is fine. But yeah, if you have already tested your soil to see what you need, then I would go into testing your soil. And then on top of that, after that, I would say purchasing soil amendments for your garden beds. So your soil test will let you know what you need. If you need more nitrogen, more potassium, more phosphorus. So you'll be able to get like all the soil amendments that will help you in that case, in order to know what your soil needs in order to thrive. So I would say that would be number three, is to purchase your soil amendments. And then after that, once you get the soil amendments, then you need to amend your garden beds if you already have not. If you're planting for spring and you haven't amended your garden beds, I would highly urge you to go ahead and amend those garden beds, especially if you're going to be planting your spring garden. If you're waiting to your summer garden, I would say you could probably maybe wait a little bit to amend your garden beds when it's closer towards when you want to plant out for the summer. That'll probably be in April for sure, depending on when. Again, everything is based off your frost date. But I would say if you are planting a spring garden, for sure, definitely amend your beds in March. Because I think that's going to be important to do. All right, that was what, number 4? Number 5, I would say, is if you have not already, because I'm one of those that have not during like this current time of this video, If you haven't ordered your onion plants or onion starts, you need to do that now. The only reason why I am now considering onion plants is because I started seeds and some of my seeds germinated well and some did not when it comes to the variety of onions that I'm doing. So I'm going to just be getting some onion starts. But if you have not done that already, I would highly recommend that because places are selling out. And if you want onions, you should be putting them out in the garden in March, no later than April. Again, just depends on the frost date. But where I'm at, I can put onions out now, honestly, but I haven't put up my garden just yet at the time of this recording because I'm just waiting on a few different factors. But if your garden is up and you are able to, I would highly recommend going ahead and purchasing your onion plants if you haven't already done so. And you have done so and you are able to put them out, I would say go ahead and put out your onion plants in the garden now, so that way they can start being established and start growing. So number 6, I would say, is to order your supplies, whatever your supplies may look like. So, and by the way, I'm telling you all to do this stuff, and this also applies to me because some of the stuff I haven't done myself either. Some of the stuff I haven't done either. So it's not just what you should do, this is also what I need to do. So we can do it together. But yeah, just to give you a heads up. So again, number 6 is order your supplies. So if you haven't ordered any compost, or if you haven't ordered garden tools, or I know for me, I need to order cow panels and T-posts in order to put up a trellis and things like that. Whatever supplies that you haven't gotten or ordered, this would be the time to, because we are in the transition of it now really being like spring. I know our frost day hasn't passed at all and we are warm right now, but depending on when you are, your frost day might have already passed by now. But if it has or has not, I would just still say go ahead and order whatever supplies that you need in order. Sorry, y'all. I saw a bug at the window and it scared me. My bad, G. But yeah, I would say that go ahead and just order whatever supplies that you will need in order to have a successful garden season, because it's March. And gardening is not going to be slowing down. If anything, it's going to be revving up. So you just want to make sure you are prepared with your tools and with your supplies in order to be able to have a successful garden season. Number 7 is, if you are planning on getting bulk soil, go ahead and place an order, or at least inquire about it, so that way you can go ahead and get that dropped off. I've already inquired about it, so I already know the pricing of it. I just haven't ordered my bulk soil, again, because my garden beds aren't even up. So for me, and especially if you're a new gardener, if your beds aren't up, that's fine. You put up your garden whenever you can, or when you have the opportunity to. And I would say a bulk order is cheaper than bags of soil, but you can do whatever that you need to do. And it really just depends on how many garden beds and how much space you are trying to grow in. I know I have about 6, and I'm debating if I want to do 8 garden beds, but right now I only have 6 garden beds. So I feel like getting bulk would be cheaper than buying bag soil, but everybody has to do what they can. But either way, I would say either get your bulk soil or get your bag soil right now. Get your bulk soil or your bag soil right now, so that way you're able to go ahead and fill up your garden beds. Or if you want to do some other things, then I would say go ahead and do that. Number 8 is, if you have not ordered your bare root strawberries, I know I have not ordered them because we are just now starting to get warm and we're going to be dipping back into cold. So I just wanted to wait till I know like my last frost date was going to pass. But I would say either order them or at least inquire about them. Know where you're going to get them from, so when you're ready to order, you can just order them. And make sure you have somewhere to be able to plant your strawberries in, so that way you just don't have bare root strawberries and nowhere to plant them. Number 9, and this is me assuming that people have somewhere to put it, or even if you want to do this, but again, like, this list is also for me. So for me, for number 9, I put order or set up drip irrigation system. I still have to order my drip irrigation system, and that's what I'm planning on doing this year, so that way I don't have to worry about watering constantly or having to go out there, and it'll be automatic. But if you haven't done already, I would say inquire about that, or go ahead and order it. And if you have it, if it's not already set up, go ahead and set it up, especially if you want to do spring plantings of things. It'll just be easier to have drip. Now, drip isn't for everybody, I understand that, but if you want to have drip, I would say go ahead and do that, especially again if you're doing spring plantings of things and you have to water it anyway. It just makes sense to set up your drip irrigation system. So yeah. And last but not least, number 10 is go ahead and direct sow whatever seeds you want to do for spring, if they can be direct sowed. So like, I know I'm going to be doing a grow bag of carrots and lettuce and things like that, and those can be direct sowed into the ground. And March is the perfect time to do that, because once it hits about April, maybe like late April, early May, everything is really just going to start bolting and going to seed. So if you can do that now, especially if it's not too hot in your area, if your weather permits it, I would say go ahead and direct sow those crops, so that way you are able to get a harvest before everything starts to bolt and it starts to get too hot and everything like that. And and like, you can direct sow a lot of different things. You just have to make sure that they are spring plantings, because I know sometimes beans in the spring can be iffy. I know also in the summer it can be way too hot, so you just have to find the perfect timing, so that way that there's no killing frost that's here, or it's not going to be too hot to where nothing's going to grow. So yeah, I would direct sow whatever could be direct sown, whether that's again lettuce, carrots, beets, radishes, kale, spinach, all the leafy greens and things like that. So yeah, so that's the March garden to-do list. Whether you're a beginner, or whether you knew this or you chew this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just go ahead and do those things for March. I will be doing an April to-do list, because I think things look a lot different in each month. So I'm going to try to do a to-do list for each month for what I think you should be doing in the garden. Again, this is only my second garden season. If there's anything that you think should also be part of the March to-do list, please comment it down below and let's all have a discussion, and let us know where you're from, where you're growing, which zone and everything, and maybe people can help each other in the comment section. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you all. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content. Please subscribe if you are looking forward to more videos and things like that, or you want to just catch up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I appreciate you guys so much. Bye.